Hey guys, it's Max here, and today we're gonna have a story time. I'm gonna tell you how I met Tai Lopez and the 3 things I learned from meeting Tai Lopez. So let's get it started. So it all goes back to 2019 when I first went to Miami. That was my first Miami trip. The purpose for this trip was to go to the growth conference, 10x growth conference by Grant Cardone and the team. So that was my first kind of experience like this, and basically it was like, I believe, like $250 per ticket, something like this, for an executive seat in that conference. And I knew it would be cool. I already heard about Grant Cardone before, and I knew that there would be some other speakers such as Tai Lopez on that specific conference. So basically, I had no expectations there. I just wanted to go there to learn, to improve my business. I already was running my marketing agency for like 3 years or 2.5 years at that point, and I just wanted to scale it and to scale my sales as well, since it was like more of a sales, well, it was like a middle, like sales and marketing conference. So basically, yeah, so I went there, and it was super funny, like a lot of cool experiences, a lot of good speakers as well. It was a bit of a pitch fest because every single speaker that was there, they were providing value as usual, like as on a webinar, let's say, but it was like in real life. But at the end, they were just pitching their program and so on. And I understand this. You gotta sell, your product. So yeah, a lot of experience, a lot of new knowledge there as well. And I believe on the first day, Tai Lopez was presenting, and that's literally how I started my social media marketing agency. I was a part of the test group of Tai Lopez's new program in 2016. It was a social media marketing agency program, and like I was within the first 50 people in that program specifically. And so yeah, and I saw him speaking. It was cool. It was a lot of value and so on. People were taking notes. And then just what I did without even realizing, I just posted some of my agency results, how we performed in the past month. I think we made like $30,000-$40,000 in revenue for the agency in 2019 per month, right? Not for the whole year. And basically I posted this, and then I saw that Tai Lopez has reposted my result from the group to his Instagram, and that was already super cool. I was like, wow, this guy with like 3 million followers or 2 million followers posts that on all of his social media. It's cool, a lot of exposure, and it's like your teacher, your mentor is acknowledging your work. So it was cool. And then basically I had this plan to meet Tai Lopez. Like, I didn't know how I would meet him because I didn't have a ticket, like the highest ticket where you can go and meet the speakers. That would have been like maybe $5,000, $10,000. I didn't have that money at a time, and now I would maybe spend this money on someone that's super, super important that I know I cannot meet them any other way. And yeah, guys, so basically on the last day, the conference was 3 days, right? So on the last day of the conference, it was cool. We finished the conference, and there was a little after party as well. So basically we went to the after party. It was cool, a lot of nice cars, a lot of influential people. And basically from there, it was cool, but at the same time it was just like, it was kind of boring after 2 hours. Like, I wanted to go home. So I went there with a friend of mine. So then I told my friend Andrea, I was like, hey Andrea, let's go back to our base. Let's go back to Miami Beach, because that's where we were staying. So we took an Uber, and I basically opened my phone, and I checked like the day before, Tai Lopez has reposted my my results on his story. So then I check his Snapchat, and I see him and his crew sitting in I think it was a cafe or a little restaurant or bar on Ocean Drive in Miami. That's like the main streets in Miami if you haven't been there, by the beach. And I'm seeing everything that's in the background in his story. I'm like, I know where that is. I know exactly where that is. and I'm like, wow, he's just sitting 2 blocks from what I was staying at that time, and I was already going that way. I was already going home, so it was just a no-brainer really. And basically, I'm telling my friend Andre that we took an Uber together. I was like, hey bro, Tai Lopez is here, you know, let's go meet him, let's just say hi and just shake his hand and like just exchange some knowledge. And basically he was just like, nah man, I can't, like, you know, I'm too tired, I'm just gonna go sleep, you know. And I was super determined. I was like, I will go there and I will meet this guy, and I will, like, especially he has shared my results on his story, so he might remember me from from yesterday. And basically, you know, I asked the Uber driver, and I was just like, you know, let's not go to our address, let's go to Ocean Drive, a couple blocks from the address, and drop me there please, you know. So she did drop me there. And in South Beach there are a lot of, like, I remember in the story of Tai Lopez, there was like some, you know, some bars, they put some fire, how can I say, like fire things to make it warmer, especially at night. It wasn't too cold there, but it's just like a fancy thing that some bars do. I'll try to post it somewhere here. There were like 3 bars on Ocean Drive that had a similar background. So I go to the first one, it's not there. I go to the second one, it's not there. And I ask the security guy, I'm like, do you guys know where that is? And they showed me, like, just keep going there. It's maybe like 2 or 3 blocks from where you are right now. So I was like, perfect, thanks a lot. And I start running. And basically after this, you know, after 5 minutes, I actually, you know, see them from far, but I wasn't too sure because it was like you had to turn a bit. And then once I turned a bit, I saw them sitting there, and I was like literally 5 meters from them. Like, if you guys are in the States, maybe it's like what, I don't know, 15 feet from them. So basically I see them, and you know, sometimes before something important, that was important for me back then, so before something important, you have like a fight or flight response, right? So either like you can like get nervous, or you can get more adrenaline that will allow you to pursue whatever you were doing. So I had this feeling back then, and I always have like this 3-second rule. Whenever you need to do something, you just don't wait more than 3 seconds, and you just go for this. Like this, the more, if you don't wait, you'll have less chances to be scared, and the more you wait, the more chances you will have to be scared of making the next step. So basically after this, I just saw them, and I needed like a good opener, right? Because I could not just approach them, and they were eating. I didn't want to disturb them too much, but at the same time I wanted to meet them and kind of like exchange some information with them and learn from them as well. So, and keep in mind, like I was following Tai Lopez for like 4 or 5 years prior to this, maybe 2 years since his first video, like, hey, here in my garage.
Here in my garage, just bought this new Lamborghini here.
If you have seen those videos, you remember what I'm talking about. So basically, I was already following him. Like, I've seen him so many times online, so seeing him in person was something special. So and then basically, so once I see them, and I was like literally a few meters from them, I needed a good opener. So I'm like literally come up to their table, and I just look at him for a second or two, and then they all kind of like stopped eating. They look at me, and I'm like, hey bro, you changed my whole life, you know. That was kind of like my opener that I used at the time. And he kind of like looked at me, and I'm like, well, yeah, I took your social media marketing program like a couple years ago, and now I'm making an X amount per month. You actually posted my story, you posted my results in your story. And then he's like, oh yeah, I remember. So, and then he stood up, shook his hand, he created some content with me, and I also, obviously, I would film the whole interaction with them. So And basically, once I started talking to him, once you're already in the flow, you're not scared anymore. Once you start doing something, once you do the first step, it's so much easier. So I did this first step and I started talking to him, and I felt like this sense of relief and this sense of accomplishment, even though I was still in the process. I haven't done talking to him yet. I wasn't done talking to him yet. So and basically I asked him for a couple advices. So that was a little story before. Now I'll just tell you the 3 things that I learned from Tai Lopez. So I asked him, like, from what I remember, like, it was, hey Tai Lopez, what's one piece of advice would you give me? And he was like, you know what, one piece of advice that I would give you is you better creep forward than lean forward. That means, like, you better keep going forward every day consistently, or you better creep forward than leap forward. That's what it was, I guess. We'll watch this in the video. And he's basically, what that means is, like, you have to advance every single day slowly, instead of trying to, like, have shortcuts, because it just doesn't work. You still gotta do the work to get the results anyways. If you get the result without the work, well, this result will kind of like escape you with the time, because you haven't worked for it. So basically, so that was the first thing. It was like consistency over everything. Another thing that he has told me is you gotta read your contracts carefully. Make sure that your business partners or your clients are actually, that you guys are on the same page, and that all of you are benefiting, all of you are having a win-win situation. That's also super important. And so the second thing is, details are not small details. Small details are important, and that was the second thing as well. And the third thing was choose carefully people that you work with. So basically, I'll just say this again, it was consistency over everything. Keep on adding more to your crafts on a daily basis, and don't try to kind of like jump from one place to another. Keep on adding more. People who are getting results are people who are doing the boring things every day, and like they're doing boring things so much, and it's all about repetitions and consistency. So that's the first thing. Second thing is details are super important. So make sure that whenever you're talking to the client, whenever you are delivering on the project, if they mention some little details, make sure that you remember them, and make sure that you can always bring it up later, and people will feel more appreciated, and people will see that you actually care to get them the results. And the last one is choose carefully people that you work with. Same thing goes for your friends, same thing goes for your significant other, same thing goes for your business partners. If ever you choose someone that's not aligned with you, they can really slow you down. And however, whenever you choose someone that's like a perfect addition to your skills, and also socially you guys are like on the same page, then it's just the best.
All right, Tai Lopez, so what one piece of advice would you give me?
One piece of advice: you're already way more successful than the average 21-year-old. Don't be greedy. Grow. It's better to grow like this. One of my mentors used to say, it's better to creep forward than try to leap forward. Just you making. Look, you said what profit margin so far?
60%.
60% on 40,000. You're netting over $20,000 a month. Just don't be greedy. Build it well. Don't be sloppy. Read your contracts you have with people. Make sure you don't have people who are going to steal from you. Business partners are going to take advantage of you. Build the business well, and the next thing you know, life goes by and you're making all the money you ever need.
Right on, man.
My man.
So that's about it. That's the 3 things that I learned from meeting Tai Lopez. Let me know in the comments what's the next topic that I should cover. And I do enjoy making those social media marketing videos. That's about it, guys. Let me know on the next topic. Subscribe, like this, and I will see you soon. Oh yeah, don't forget to follow me on Instagram. It's @Maxim. So it's just my first name, @Maxim. So see you soon, guys. Take care.